Namaskar friends, myself Professor A.B. Panchal, Ali College Morbi Production Engineering Department welcome you all in this session of understanding of vernier caliper. So whether you are working either in home or at office or at shop floor, you are always dealing with some sort of measurements. The act of measurement is something that we do regularly, but when we are working in industry, we need to be very accurate enough. For this purpose, we use many kind of measuring instruments. Here I am going to explain you the first and most widely used measuring instrument, which is called as vernier caliper. The objective of this session is, at the end of the presentation, one can be able to describe the use of vernier caliper, to explain different parts of vernier caliper, derive the least count of the vernier caliper, and explain how to read the dimensions using the vernier caliper. Friends, the function of the vernier caliper is what? For which purpose we are using this vernier caliper? So basically, vernier caliper is an instrument used to measure the length of the small objects accurately, which could not be measured using a scale. There are various parts of the vernier caliper that we are going to study in this session. Starting with first part, the caliper has a long rectangular metal strip with a fixed jaw on one end. It is known as the main scale of the vernier caliper. You can see in the figure a metal strip is there which is having a fixed jaw on one end. So it is called as main scale of the vernier caliper. Then on another side of the metal strip, some graduations are there. So it is marked in inches at its upper end, whereas in millimeter at its lower end for the measurement purpose. There is also a movable rectangular metal strip which is marking on it. It is called as vernier scale. This vernier scale always slides over the main scale. The movable, you can see in this figure, this is a vernier scale which can be slide in this way on this main scale, and it is having another jaw. The movable strip also has movable jaw, which is used to hold the object tightly while measuring them. So here you can see this is a movable jaw and this is a fixed jaw. Between these two jaws we can grip a object for the measurement purpose. These jaws are called the external or the lower jaws. They are used to measure the diameter of the round object. There are two another jaws on the upper side. These jaws are also extended on the other side also. They are called as upper or internal jaws, which are used to measure the internal diameter of the hollow parts. You can see in the figure how to grip the component, hollow component, to measure the diameter of internal side. The vernier caliper has also a metal strip attached at the back side of it. It is used to measure the internal depth of the object. So this figure shows the label diagram of vernier caliper. Vernier caliper is having two jaws at the lower side called as external jaws. Two jaws on the upper side is called as internal jaws, used for measuring the internal diameter of the component. Then depth measuring stem on the extreme end, you can see it is on the back side of the vernier caliper main scale. this is the main scale and this one is the vernier scale, which can slide on the main scale. Now on what principle the vernier caliper works? The vernier scale shows where the measurement lies in between two of the graduations on the main scale. Before going into the detail how to read the dimension on the vernier caliper, we must know that what is the least count of the measuring instrument. So basically a least count is the smallest distance that can be measured by vernier caliper. It is difference of one main scale division to one vernier scale division. Suppose if there are n number of division on the vernier scale, always there will be n minus 1 division on the main scale. So according to the definition, least count is equal to 1 upon n with multiply by main scale division, which gives us the result. The least count is equal to main scale division divided by total division on the main scale. Suppose we consider a general vernier caliper which is having 50 division on the vernier scale. When there is a 50 division on the vernier scale, there will be 49 division on the main scale. So according to the definition of the least count is equal to 1 main scale division minus 1 vernier scale division, which gives the result 1 minus 49 divided by 50, that is equal to 0.02 mm. So this 0.02 mm is a least count of the said vernier caliper. Now let us understand how to read the vernier caliper. So for that we will measure the diameter of the shaft. Suppose we are having a shaft. So first step to measure the diameter of shaft is find the last value in mm on the main scale before the zero line on the vernier scale. So that will be the given dimension. So here suppose it is 34 mm. So we will note down this value as a main scale reading. Then we will find the division on the vernier scale which lines up perfectly with division on the main scale. Suppose we consider that third division of vernier scale match with the main scale division. So we will note down this value 3 and we will multiply this value by least count 0.02, which equals to 0.06. It means that to find out the value of the diameter of the shaft, we will add both this value, main scale reading as well as vernier scale reading. So adding this value obtained in step 4 to the main scale reading, what we will get, main scale reading is equal to 34 mm and vernier scale reading is equal to 0.06 mm. So the final reading of the shaft diameter is 34.06 mm. Friends, this is how we can use the vernier caliper to measure the diameter of the shaft. Typical use of vernier caliper. Vernier caliper is used to measure the outside diameter of rounded objects. Vernier caliper is also used to measure the inside diameter of hollow circular section, as well as vernier caliper also used to measure the depth of the object. Let us consider one more example. What is the measurement as shown in the figure? We are having one figure where we have to find out the exact reading of the vernier scale. Please see this figure carefully and follow the regular steps which are explained earlier. So here the last value on the main scale before the zero lines on the vernier scale is appeared to be a 10 mm. So 10 mm represent the main scale reading. The second division on the vernier scale match with the division of the main scale, that we can easily observe in the figure. We will multiply this second two division with the least count. So it is 0.02 multiplied by 2, we will get 0.04. So that is a vernier scale reading. And we will simple sum up these values. Main scale reading is equal to 10 mm, vernier scale reading is equal to 0.4 mm. So the final reading is 10.04 mm. Thanks. Happy learning.